Hi, I'm Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you my reading plans for Horror Mayhem, which is an event that I'm helping to co-host all through the month of May. And this is also going to be my TBR for Zombiethon, which is another month-long event that is a readathon and watchathon for all things zombies for Zombie Awareness Month. This one's hosted by Kat's Novel Adventures. So they kind of fit together very well to have some zombie short fiction mixed in with my TBR for Horror Mayhem. Horror Mayhem is all about reading horror under 250 pages. You don't have to, but it's just a suggestion, and I broke that suggestion quite a few of my books. And basically, I'm gonna go over what I'm planning on reading each week. I have 2 official prompt picks for each week in May that go with the weekly prompts. And then I couldn't just keep it at that. I added a bunch more books that don't necessarily meet the prompt, but I'm just gonna fit as much horror in this month as I can, and I'm gonna be reading all horror all month, and it's gonna be wonderful. Plus I have movies and TV shows to watch, and I'm so excited. The first week of May is all about local horror, and I picked 2 books that I have that are from local authors. They're not in my town, but they're in like the next town over in Colorado. And the first one is a collection of short stories, and that is The Undead Avenger, Brother Bones, which is like a pulpy noir and horror mixture. And so it's like bordering horror, which is one of the prompts on the bingo board. This is by Ron Fortier. And it's also, an undead avenger killing monsters, werewolves, a macabre hero. Undead avenger sounds like it could fit for Zombiethon to me. And my other local horror book I've chosen is Blood Red, Book 1 by Jason Bovberg. I actually got this at Barnes & Noble. It's a big deal. As like a local read. It's signed. This is a vampire book. First in a vampire series. This is also from that same neighboring town, and this one is like set in that town and has a lot about like sites in the town and stuff, so that's gonna be exciting. It's a town that I go to a lot. It's like the closest big city to go shopping and whatever. And let's see. So those are my 2 picks for local horror, but I'm gonna be reading about 2 arcs per week as well, because I'm behind in my arcs and I need to get caught up. So about 2 a week will do that for me. And they're all horror, so it fits quite well. The first arc I'm going to be reading in week 1 is Kosa by John Durgin, which comes out May 17th, so I want to make sure I read it right at the beginning of the month. As well as The Dead Spot, Stories of Lost Girls by Angela Sylvain. And this is a short story collection, so it fits perfect with the readathon, and that one comes out on May 21st. So again, perfect to put it there in week 1. I also need audiobooks during the month. I listen to audiobooks when I'm getting ready in the morning, when I'm doing cleaning, when I'm driving, and I just need an audiobook on the go. So for week 1, maybe going into week 2, I have picked out Come Out Tonight by Richard Lehman to listen to. And this is a book club pick for the Year of Layman, hosted by Kelsey from Slime and Slashers. And it should be a fast-paced, fun, trashy ride to start off the month of horror. Sounds perfect. Week 2 is movie horror week. How exciting! And I've picked 2 books for movie week. The first one is an ARC, How to Make a Horror Movie and Survive by Craig DeLuey. And this one definitely is over 250 pages. I believe it's about 400. It comes out June 18th. So I'm glad I'm going to be getting to that one a little early. And my other pick for movie week is very short. It's just a short story, and I'm going to be listening to it on audio after I finish Come Out Tonight. And that is In the Tall Grass by Stephen King and Joe Hill, which has a movie adaptation that I hope to watch after I read the story. Then I'm going to watch the movie, and I'll be able to talk about that in my movie week wrap up. So I'm looking forward to that. Since I don't have a physical book for this week, I have an audiobook and an ARC. I have one other ARC, which is When I Look at the Sky, All I See Are Stars by Steve Stredd. And this is a novella perfect for Horror Mayhem. So that's awesome. So what? I have one really long book. I have a short novella ARC and a super short audiobook for the week. So I'm thinking I have a possibility of finishing a little early. And so I'm hoping to also read some stories out of the anthology Zombies, More Recent Dead, edited by Paula Gran. There are stories from lots of big authors in here. So if I finish those other 3 books, I'm gonna fit in some zombie stories for Zombiethon. So that'll be great. Also, during movie week, I want to watch movies on top of In the Tall Grass. I've picked out 3 zombie movies from my collection. The first one is one I got from Horror Pack DVD subscription that I did for a few months. And this one is The Frankenstein Syndrome. Very indie movie. And if it's like Frankenstein, it's, someone brought back from the dead reanimated, which should fit Zombiethon quite nicely. I also have Dawn of the Dead, 90s zombie movie, takes place in a mall. It's freaking awesome and one of my favorites. And then another one I got from Horror Pack recently, and that is Zombieland. I had the DVD, now I have the Blu-ray, and I'm excited to watch it again. It's another favorite. And yeah, I'm really excited to do my update after movie week and let you know about all of these things that I got up to. The next week is classic horror week. My 2 picks, I haven't actually decided what stories I'm gonna read, but I'm going to read at least one H.P. Lovecraft story from this collection that I've been working through very slowly over the years. I just read a story here or there. So H.P. Lovecraft story for Classics Week, as well as another Edgar Allan Poe series of Edgar Allan Poe story, as well as one of his poems. I'm excited for reading a poem from Edgar Allan Poe because I've only read The Raven and Annabel Lee, so I have a lot more to check out in here. If I have time, I don't know where all this time is coming from, but if I have time, I'd love to read more stories and poems from Edgar Allan Poe because they're always a favorite during the week. My 2 arcs for week 3 are going to be Incidents Around the House by Josh Malerman, which comes out June 25th. And then I'm also going to read My Unbeating Heart by Eli Wilde, which is an older arc, came out in 2023, but I'm trying to get caught up on arcs, even the old ones. And this is like it's kind of a love story or romance maybe with immortal beings of some sort. So it seems like it's going to be dark, a mix of horror and romance possibly. And also in week 3, I'll be starting a new audiobook that will be for week 3 and 4, and that is Clowns versus Spiders by Jeff Strand, which is, spiders are like my personal phobia, which is another place on the bingo board. And I have been hearing so many fun things about this novel that it is really fun and good, and I want to read it so badly. It's about clowns that are good clowns but lose their job and have to work as scary clowns and hate it, and then they end up having to save the town from deadly spiders attack, something like that. Sounds like a wild, fun time to me. And finally, week 4, the last week of May, is Contemporary Horror Week. I have 2 books specifically picked out for contemporary horror, but all of the other books that I plan on reading are also contemporary. But the first book for the prompt is Shooting Star by Joe R. Lansdale. This is very short, a little short story about aliens, UFO landing. And I also want to read The Walking Dead Volume 1, a comic series volume with zombies. So another Zombiethon pick. Then it's kind of a theme other than Clowns versus Spiders that I will probably still be finishing up in week 4. We're going aliens and zombies. Aliens and zombies. I have another alien book I'm going to read in week 4, and that is The Atlanta Incursion by Matthew W. Quinn, another arc that I need to get to, as well as another zombie book, which is a book club book, The Reapers Are the Angels by Alden Bell, which is for the Dark Hearts Book Club, hosted by Amy Noel Reads. There's an ebook of this on Everend, so I think I could fit it in with these shorties in week 4. And finally, in week 4, the last thing I have to show you is after I finish reading The Walking Dead Volume 1, I want to rewatch The Walking Dead Season 1 television show, which I really love this show. So I think it will be great to rewatch this season after reading Volume 1. And that is everything I have planned for May. So much fun stuff going on for Horror Mayhem and Zombiethon. Let me know if you are participating in either of these readathons and what you are most excited to read or watch in the month of May. And also, let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. Help me get excited for my month of reading. I know a lot of these have not come out yet, so, but some of them have. So let's see if you have opinions on any of these. And I'm excited to tell you my opinions on them in my weekly wrap-ups. Instead of doing 2 wrap-ups in May, it's going to be weekly to go with the weekly prompts. And so I'm excited to share my thoughts with you. And I will be back very soon with another book-related video. Thanks. Bye.